Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Buck Allen, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
11.
From the shotgun, Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. That goes for a gain of 31.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Coming left, it's Freeman. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go. Let's go.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Gun. 11. Gun. Go. Ready to go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting it in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Left.
Here's Coleman on the toss. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I like the call. inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Got it. 20, 20. Look out!
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jackson flush to his right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bruce Carter coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Jackson. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run, and I think the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Carry now for Alex Collins. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On third down, this is Collins. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Hey, Tuesday.
On second down, here's Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. And that one results in 35 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He completes it to Julio Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
39.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bryant's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Baltimore working their way back out here on offense, Charles, and coming off a very tough loss last week against New Orleans. You can't hang it all on Justin Tucker, though. Unfortunately for him, he does come out as the GOAT here with that missed extra point.
Yeah, they have to remember how many games he's actually won for them over the past 7 years. But this has been an up-and-down team all year. Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. That's been kind of the nature of this team, but they do have the #1 defense in the NFL. Hadn't allowed a second-half touchdown all year until the Saints got 2 in the fourth quarter.
Flush to his right. They find some open field here. Oh, and now he bowls rolls him over. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Jackson on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And able to find John Brown. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Crabtree with it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Crabtree the target on that one. That'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, CD taking a peek at some of the injuries from around the league in Week 7. We did have a few. Quan Alexander on that Bucs defense went down with an injury. They'll be monitoring Sony Michel in New England. Now, remember, they already lost Jeremy Hill, Rex Burkhead out of that backfield, so a couple injuries to note.
Certainly, and Quan Alexander in the middle of the Tampa Bay defense, which was already struggling. They may not get him back the rest of the season. Sony Michel, they're hoping to get him back after a few weeks. Albert Wilson in Miami has made big plays all season long, has a hip injury. That could cost him some serious time, if not the season. LaShawn McCoy, Melvin Gordon, they're hoping to get them back in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, interesting that the touchdown Falcons. Justin Hardy, 76 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Underneath to Allen. That one goes for 36 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson to Allen on the dump off. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On second down, Freeman. And down he goes just beyond the 35, but that pretty move got him some extra space to run. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
21, 20, 20. Gun.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Showed some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 22. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he slides to avoid the hit. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Buck Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Tuesday.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your catch.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Yeah, here now come the Falcons. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Left. Gun. Hey, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
22.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
22. Left.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Now he'll escape to his right. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
21. 25. 20. 11.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flushed out, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And now running right through it. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
On 1st, they go right back to Collins. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket, unfortunately for him.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 62 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Now Ryan on first down. Shakes off the sand. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Terrell Suggs in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now Ryan on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, here's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
22.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.